Did you know that some of the most successful business owners didn't quit their day jobs immediately? Take Phil Knight, founder of Nike, for example. He worked full-time as an accountant for years while buying shoes in bulk from Japan and selling them in the United States. And guess what? It doesn't have to be a Nike that you're building. In fact, you can make millions cleaning carpet, washing windows, or even fixing toilets. Building a profitable business, whether it's plumbing, window washing, landscaping, or electrical work, is possible while keeping your current job. Today, I'm going to show you how, and we'll talk about the real-world examples from entrepreneurs who made it happen. Before we dive into the strategies, let me tell you about someone who you've probably heard of, Steve Jobs. In the early days of Apple, Jobs and Steve Wozniak didn't quit their day jobs to launch their business. In fact, Jobs worked at Atari while Wozniak kept his engineering job at Hewlett-Packard. They used their jobs to support themselves while building what would become one of the most iconic brands in history, Apple. The key lesson here, you don't have to jump in all at once. Balancing your day job with your dream business is not only possible, it can be the smartest way to start. But if you're not careful, some pitfalls can set you back. Let me show you how to avoid them. The first pitfall, poor time management. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you're balancing your day job and your side business. If you don't manage your time well, you'll burn out quickly. Joey Cafone, co-founder of Baron Fig, juggled his full-time design job with his side business for years. His secret? He used time blocking technique to dedicate specific hours to Baron Fig after work hours, eventually growing the business into a thriving company. Financial mismanagement is another huge risk. If you start spending on things like equipment, marketing, or even employees too early, you can quickly find yourself in a cash crunch. John Paul DeJoria, co-founder of Paul Mitchell Hair Products, started his business out of his car. He literally lived in his car. He managed his finances carefully, avoiding large expenses until he was sure he had enough money and consistent cash flow to support his business. Trying to do everything yourself is a common mistake. You might think you're saving money by wearing all the hats, but in reality, you are slowing your growth. David Karp, the founder of Tumblr, didn't build a billion-dollar platform by handling everything on his own. He outsourced key aspects of his business like server management and coding early on, so he could focus on the strategic side of Tumblr's growth. Having a support system, even if it's just a few key helpers, makes a huge difference when starting your business. So how do you avoid these pitfalls and successfully balance your full-time job while launching your business? It's not about luck, it's about strategy. Howard Schultz used his salary from his day job at Xerox to fund his vision for Starbucks. You can apply similar principles to lay a solid foundation before taking the leap. First, master your time. Time blocking is your best friend. Allocate specific hours each week to your business and make them non-negotiable. If you're in an HVAC or plumbing type business, set aside the time for client calls, estimates, and projects for work when you're not at your full-time job. Joey Cafone kept a strict schedule, and that discipline helped him to build a multi-million-dollar business while working on other projects. Second, manage your finances wisely. Use the steady paycheck from your job to your advantage, and don't rush into big expenses until your business has consistent cash flow. John Paul didn't gamble with Paul Mitchell's finances. He focused on profitability first, then expanded. You don't need to invest in the fanciest equipment right away. Start small, grow smart. Finally, build a support system. You can't do it all alone. Whether it's hiring a virtual assistant to handle admin work or outsourcing your bookkeeping, get help where you need it. David Karp grew Tumblr by bringing in experts early, allowing him to focus on the big picture. Find a mentor in your industry and learn from them as much as possible. You don't need a huge team, just the right people to help you grow efficiently. Balancing your full-time job with starting a business is not easy, but with the right strategy, it's absolutely possible. Remember, the goal is to create a business that can support you full-time, but that won't happen overnight. Start small, manage your time and your finances, and build the support system you need to grow. If Phil Knight, Steve Jobs, John Paul DeJoria can do it, so can you. And listen, if you're serious about starting your own skilled labor business while working your current job, head over to unsexybusinessmen.com for practical advice such as how you could save over $500 setting up your LLC in your state. All the documents, all the resources, everything you'll need to grow your business efficiently. And listen, if you're not ready for that step yet, hit the subscribe button for more tips on building your business the smart way. Drop your questions in the comments down below and let's keep the conversation going.